welcome to the Dress Up Mom. I have been looking for the perfect pair of vintage Levi's 501s to turn into shorts. I don't currently have a pair of denim shorts because I can never find the kind that fit me properly, that aren't too short. So I've been on the hunt for Levi's that I could turn into shorts, and I finally got a pair. I'll tell you how I got them, and in this video I am going to attempt to turn these really cool vintage 501s into shorts for myself. But first, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are a regular viewer and subscriber, I absolutely love you. Thank you so much. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It's the button, it's here. I'm really trying to grow the channel. Also, we are on all the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dress Up Mom, hashtag The Dress Up Mom, and you can check us out there as well. So after hearing that I've been on the lookout for Levi's 501s, a dear friend of mine gave me a couple pair that her dad had. So these are vintage Levi's 501s that were worn by her dad. They have holes in them in just the right places. I mean, you honestly can't distress jeans as well as this man wore these jeans. I'll show them to you. I have two pair, and in this video I am going to take one of those and turn them into shorts. Now here is what the pants look like right now. You can see they're pretty cool. Even if I left them like this, they'd be pretty cool. Luckily I have another pair of pants that I'm going to do that too and bleach in another episode. But for today I'm going to take these and try to cut them into shorts. Now what I did first, these fit me really well. They were slightly loose when I got them from her. So what I did is I washed them in the Laundress's denim soap here that I'm showing you. This is great for any kind of denim. I took them and I washed them in really hot water and I dried them on high so that they shrunk just perfectly for me. So that was step number one. And then now what I'm going to do is there's this one section here that you can see that has the hole, and I'm going to try to go right there because I measured them next to another pair of shorts that I have, and I think that's going to be the right length. Now you can see that the pants are a different, they're lower in the front and higher in the back. So I thought first that I would measure from the front, but I'm actually going to measure from the bottom. I'm going to measure from the bottom up and try to cut that way. Now I'm a little bit nervous here to do this, thinking I might fray them on the bottom, but instead I think I might roll them up. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to go over to the table and get started on that now.
So the first thing I did is just turn the pants inside out because I'm going to be doing some actual marking on them and I don't want to do that on the front. Then I found that area that I wanted to start the cutting at where we had that hole that I thought was at the perfect length. So I marked that with a pen. You see, I didn't want that marking to be on the outside. Then I measured from that hole to the bottom, and I think it was something like 24 inches. And I knew that I wanted to have it evenly 24 inches from the bottom all around on these pants, both on the front part of the pant and on the back part of the pant, so that regardless of the way that the waist was, they hopefully would be even. That was my goal here. So I just started marking and then created lines across so I knew exactly where I wanted to cut. Once I had clearly marked lines on both sides and front and back, I just checked and made sure that they looked like they were at the same point. Then I took my scissors and I cut a couple inches below because I didn't want to be working with as much fabric. So then I took my scissors and just started to cut along those lines that I had made. Now, it's super important to get really sharp scissors, to buy them at a good fabric shop, and then just use these scissors for fabric. Don't use them to cut anything else, paper, things around your house. Keep them as your sewing / cutting scissors so that when you're doing this, you get a nice clean line like I'm getting here. When I finished cutting them, I also just wanted to make sure that they looked right, which they did, but I tested it out a couple different ways by looking at them and making sure that the lines were straight, them up against me, and then I just folded them in half to make sure that it all looked like it was good, which it did. They were still inside out, so I could have cut some more if I wanted, and then I just turned them to right side out, and voila, there they were.
So I have them on, and I'm really glad that I measured from the bottom up because they did turn out really straight and exactly right. Now I do not like them this length. It's too long. I'm afraid to cut them shorter, and I'm not going to fray them. So instead, I'm just going to roll them up twice. And I think that will end up getting them to be exactly the right length that I want. I may even pin them this way or just kind of keep doing it whenever I wash them. But roll them up like that. And I think they turned out really well. They're just baggy enough. I did not want them to be too tight or too short, so I think they turned out really great. I forgot to mention that this was also something that one of my viewers wanted me to do. They asked me to do shorts from vintage Levi's, and I finally have the opportunity to do that because my friend gifted me these. So thank you so much, Christina, for these, and her dad for wearing them so well. I would love to hear your stories about how you have taken pants and turned them into shorts. I was a little bit afraid to do them because I've done them in the past and it hasn't turned out right. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.